We're back. The original three. Myself, Cam, the man, Penner. Fifth in the league in blocks. Just throw that out there. It's a stat I'm most proud of. We've got Carter. Um,
What's up, guys?
Black hole Carter is what I call him. If anyone wondering why my points are down, it's because of him. I just don't see the ball as much. That's okay. That's okay. We might
Uh,
be 4-2 instead of 3-3 if I saw the ball a little more. It's all good. And then we've got fourth place, Kendall Weens. Man, that feels good to say. Hey, Kendall, going into the playoffs, fourth
That
place in the
hurts.
standings. Oh, it feels nice.
That hurts.
Oh, it's so good. It's so nice to see you not 6-0. I mean, Billy's 6-0, so that hurts too. But as long as you're not 6-0, I think the league's in a good place. You
So
know.
what do you want to see more now at this point? Billy lose or me not win?
Oh gosh, that's so hard.
that's a great question.
Both.
That's a
I want to
great
see Billy
question.
lose a game, and I want to see Kendall not win.
uh, I don't know. I don't even like that's a great question. Yeah, both. Yeah, that'd be great. But I feel like I don't want to see Kendall lift the trophy again. I really
Well,
don't.
hopefully they can squeak by without Tristan, but I'd love to see a round two matchup with Kendall versus Billy. That's how it's going, right? If they
Yeah, with the
win.
principal's office, and if we take care of them, then we'd
If Billy can take care of the subs, I don't know. We'll see. I think you should have just thrown Barch out there, a few other guys.
Barge.
I mean, Kyle's on that squad, and you
That's
got
true.
Kyle's
who's
good.
slowing him down, and you have Jordan Ryder, who, if he gets hot, could shoot the lights out.
True. Hmm.
So it's not a team to disrespect. I tried when I invited those seven guys. I gave them a little bit of fire. Talked about the 6-0 squad. Talked about what they bring. So yeah, we'll see.
I want to see if we stick with seven teams or if ever an uneven number of teams. I want to see if anybody ever loses to a sub squad as the number one seed. That'd be crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's tough. Like I really try to make that squad a team that they would have to play the games of their lives to win, just because you want regular guys playing as many games as possible, right?
Of
So
course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, sure.
as much as I mean, I get an extra $10 from subs. That's part of what I kind of budget in about how much I need to make from them to make it work. But as much as I say that, I would rather have regulars. I'd rather have full timers make it through. So.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
But it would be pretty awesome to see a sub squad upset and take the title. Could you imagine
Oh my
on the
Oh,
gosh.
trophy it says sub squad? Like,
That'd be
oh,
crazy.
oh, that'd be devastating.
Oh gosh.
Alrighty. So I guess I'm on put down duties tonight. My wife's gone and my girls are making some noise right now. So I'm gonna go chat with them real quick. You guys start chatting on season debrief, surprises, disappointments, all that jazz. I'll be right back.
Okay.
yeah, Cam.
Carter.
Why don't you
Carter.
go for it? Oh,
What
go
should
ahead.
we talk about? What should we talk about? Okay, let's go.
The
Should
Casco Crush, Loki last week, a little bit of a disappointing finish for that squad.
big time, dude. The Casco Crush are just like Kendall Weens on that team, man. Like, he's just kind of shooting them in the foot.
Devo,
He's got,
great game though.
oh
Devo,
yeah,
unreal game
Devo
last night.
carrying, putting the squad on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
played well. That was good
Hey,
to
don't
see.
disrespect my boy Jackson though. He still
Oh
showed
yeah,
out. Always
still
does.
17 points. That's
Always
10
shows
less
out.
than his season average. I'm not saying he underperformed, but
Yeah, it was a bit of an underperformance, but he'll come back in the playoffs. Playoff Jackson. You love to see it.
playoff Casco. Yeah, I'd like to see Devo take advantage over Billy's shorter team.
You're saying like that both teams are immediately going to go through. What about principal's office, dude? Like they're not even playing against each
No, I
other.
said
Oh,
I
from that
like
game.
seeing it.
From that
Yes.
game. Okay, sorry.
Okay, quit calling me out. Kendall's not here to
Yeah, yeah, you're right. We'll be nice to
keep the
each other right
peace.
now.
Okay, thank you. Oh my
Okay, yeah,
gosh.
my bad, my bad.
Yeah, but if they end up meeting again, I think Devo size will play a part. Volleyball
Yeah.
season's also going to play a part. So
Oh, volleyball season. Imagine wasting time playing
you know
volleyball.
what? Volleyball is it's a warm up for men's rec league in Coaldale. Okay, that's what it is.
Volleyball.
I used to pack down Harvey's burgers before volleyball in high school because I'm like, I'm just getting in
Why
shape.
Harvey's?
I don't know. It's the closest thing. We're like, let's
Oh,
just get Harvey's, and then it's like Subway for burgers, and then
The
we just
hamburger
pack
would
it
be the
in.
thing.
Then we just pack it in, and we get like loaded before volleyball, and it's just a warm up for basketball.
Cam, what's the best burger spot
Oh, hot take here. Shoot, Mary
in
Brown
Lethbridge?
Mondays in
No,
Lethbridge,
Oh,
not
there you
chicken
go.
burger, but like
huh?
like yeah, obviously
Like an
Mary Brown's
actual
good.
burger? Are we talking
Yeah.
fast food or restaurant?
Fast food burger, you need something in a pinch. What burger do you go
A&W,
for?
bro.
Teen burger?
Matza.
Yeah,
So
okay.
we gotta scratch that A&W. One of our major league sponsors produces great Alberta beef. A&W and their hormone-free beef. No, we can't put
Yeah.
that
Get
out.
him out! AW's out of here, dude. Come
Brian
on.
Casco, that one's for you. I know you watch the show.
But Mary Brown's best chicken sandwich in Lethbridge. I agree with that. So
So
good.
good. What makes
Claps.
it so good? What makes that Mary Brown so good?
It's
Oh,
five
their
dollars
bun.
on Mondays.
Yeah, the bun.
That's
The
how.
sesame seed bun with the pickle on top. That's awesome. I love it.
That's
I
class.
love it.
That's
Class.
class,
That's
Clark.
world class. I love it. Okay,
Okay,
back to the script
let's
here.
focus up, okay?
What happens when I'm not around?
Not you don't want to know. Season debrief, surprises, disappointments. I'm surprised. Well, I guess I'm not surprised, but I like to see the parity in the league. There's one team undefeated, one team doesn't have a win, but the rest are all 3-3, which is kind of crazy. Especially going into this last week, like Boardman, Casco, us. I think we're all like going in expecting some dubs, and then the other team showed up, played well, and they all came out with wins as well. So that was pretty cool to see.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm surprised by how even the league was, even at the end of the regular season.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I also had the disparity written down for surprises. My other surprise was the Billy Goats. Like, I thought coming into the season they were a little bit undersized. They might have struggled against teams like Boardman and Shake and Bake, teams like that. And I also predicted a loss to Casco Crush for sure for them this season, and they've just shown up every single game and got the job done. So yeah, that 6-0
Yeah,
performance is definitely a surprise to me.
close games too. Like they pull out these close ones against
Yeah,
us, against Casco.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Yeah. Just with that big three, like one of them is going to find a way to exploit you. Against us this time it was Justin. Like we were doing a great job. We were up, and then Justin in midway through the third or so caught fire, and yeah, you leave him a foot and he's going to make you pay for it, right? So um also, I think we had talked about them needing the three ball. I think they hit 8 against us, so like not that many, um, and still pulled off the win. So obviously they can play without that aspect. So yeah, all around, Billy, you draft a good team. Oh, I should pull up. I had a message about Billy there the other day. Let me see if I can find it. And I'd have to agree with this one. Just food for thought on your next podcast. Uh, maybe it's not showing up in the box score. But what do we got? We got Matt Main's getting pumped up. We got JVG getting a lot of love for scoring points and getting rebounds. We got Chase has been getting lots of love, and I think Justin Surface has been getting some props for potentially being MVP caliber. At what point do we just say Billy is him? Is essentially what it was.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
boy, like
Okay. All right. All this for them to
Holy
get first round exit against the
moly.
subs. Oh my goodness.
yeah. I mean, I don't know,
Gosh.
Billy. He is good. He makes people around him better, averaging just about a triple double, not quite. I know he is emailing nonstop to Sports Visio trying to get his assists up. If
Oh my gosh. He's
if
averaging like 5 assists more than Colette's closest guy.
if you noticed last week, some of you might have got emails about the like Sports Visio, what would it have been, the like the lead or the game explanation, like how the game went, game analysis, whatever. And usually you only get that once. and in one of his games you got it 3 times, and then one of his other games you got it 3 times. It's because they're updating his stats because he keeps emailing them.
Billy,
Oh
Billy,
my
Billy.
gosh.
Okay, Billy. If I emailed them too, my stats would be through the roof, you know. But he does make people around him better. That's why I think he's got a good MVP case.
Yeah.
Take Justin Surface and put him on another team without Billy. I don't know if he does this, you know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kidding,
What about you,
Justin.
Kendall? What are your surprises, man?
Surprises. I think Shake and Bake. They've
Mm.
played well. They've strung together some solid performances. Again, not a team that you want to see in the first round. So good luck to you guys. You'll have fun with that.
Ooh, no Nick
Um,
DeLue. I'm okay with that.
no, Nick, that's
We'll
true.
talk. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But no, playing like they move the ball well, they have fun.
Yeah.
I love Ezra's energy. He's almost like Levi in that sense. Like he'll just get so hyped for the boys, and I love it. I love seeing that. It's always in a
Yeah, he's great. He's
positive way.
awesome.
So
He's a
no,
good kid.
he was a great addition to the league. Loving that guy.
Yeah, it was a good call. He kept scoring on Carter left, right, and center. I'm just like, well,
Come on, man. Come on.
no, that's true. You locked him up. Yeah, you locked him
No.
up. So good.
Anyways.
Yeah,
any
they've
more
been good.
surprises?
They've been good. Yeah.
Any major disappointments? Any major? I mean, obviously, we want to see Net Profits get a W.
Would that be
Who they
Really,
more?
matched up with? Boardman?
they have second
Boardman.
Boardman. So,
Mm.
yeah, it's a tough team to beat. It's just such a defensive-minded team, but I don't know. I think they're capable. I think if they figure out how to make it click, they have the talent there. They have the scores. They got rebounders. They got utility guys. So it just has to something is going to click, and I hope it is this week and sends Boardman walking because I don't know. Marriott always throws me under the bus, so I'd be happy to see him out.
How
Yeah,
about
that'd be sweet.
where are we? How about we're in third? We finished third place at 3-3 with a negative 18-point differential. I'm disappointed in that. We win our games by 4 and lose by 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
what's our point differential? And then we're in
Plus 50. You're in fourth.
plus 50. Any thoughts on that tiebreaker procedure? Anything that has to change, or does that all make sense to you guys?
I thought it made sense.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Looks good.
Because yeah,
I have a couple. Sorry.
go ahead.
No. Keep going, Kendall.
I was just gonna say, like, if you look at those 5 teams that tied, obviously in the standings right now on Sports Visio, we're in second just because of that point differential. But if you look at how those matchups turned out, I'm fine with Boardman and Cobb ahead of us because again, you guys beat us. Now, if I'm Principal's office, I might be a little bit different because I think Principal's office did they beat you guys?
No,
No.
Okay, they beat Boardman then.
they did be bored,
And
man.
Shake and Bake, and Shake and Bake got a win against you guys, right? So for those teams, it's probably a little bit tougher. But for me, it makes a lot of sense. So
At the end of the day, in that middle of the standings, we're all the same. We're all 3-3. Like if we play sixth, we'd be playing Shake and Bake, or no, you guys maybe. It depends. There's a lot of scenarios. I forget what it was.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I have a couple disappointments to talk about. The first one is rims. These league rims are freaking disappointing to me. There's no love on them at all. They don't really care about you at all. It's just rugged and disrespectful. Okay, next, I got 3-point shooting in the league so far this season. Obviously, I can't really talk. I'm part of this problem. But percentage-wise, last week I averaged out from the 3 games, the 3-point percentages combined between the 2 teams. And I think it's kind of unfair to the Billy Goats because they did shoot 34% against you, Kendall, but averaged out, it's a different story. You guys shot 25% combined between Cobb and Shake and Bake, we shot 27% from the 3-point line, and then between Boardman and Principal's Office, they shot 22% from three. And like
Told you, man.
that's pretty porous, and especially considering there's like quite a lot of threes being taken by each squad. So
I
yeah,
think
just
those
not
numbers are
great.
coming back to what I said on that first pod of the season. I'm pretty sure they're making their way back. I knew it.
Yeah, based on what the stats are showing, you're right. I'm curious what it would have been last year. Be
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah, it'd
In
be
the different
interesting to
gym.
see how much different it is. But it has been bad. Um,
Yeah, no way I shoot 4 for 18 last week in Kate Andrews. There's no shot.
wait, you
Okay.
shot 4 for 18?
Shut up. No, I didn't. I'm just saying if I had shot 4 for 18, it
Holy
wouldn't have happened at
crap!
the other gym.
Swing the rock, dude. Oh my gosh.
I gotta
Called
take
me a
what I
black
can
hole at
get.
the beginning of the pod. Like, are you kidding me? Dude. Let me
It's the
see.
rims. Carter, you just said it's the rims. There's no way I shoot that anytime else.
You're right.
Yeah.
What? You actually did.
I
Okay.
know.
That's
No,
that's
I think
fine.
that the
I shot one more shot than you. I shot 6 for 19, so I can't really be saying anything.
and Tim
Anyways,
didn't shoot very well either. So we just had a poor shooting night, I think.
that's good defense that Shake and Bake Scott. But
Yeah.
anyways.
any other disappointments there? I think with the rims, we just need more people dunking, stretching those rims out, loosening them up a little bit, right?
Yeah. Unforgiving.
This off season, I'll try to put in the work. We'll get some little bit
Yeah.
heavier guys up on those rims.
Yeah. I'll get up there too. I'll take Carter to the gym and we'll get our vertical up.
Yeah, we'll work on it. Lobs and stuff.
Uh, all right, should we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
So standout performances from the season. So individual, you can go team as well. I'm gonna go first here. I got Devo against Net Profits with 8 blocks. That's insane. Like almost
Yeah.
got the triple double, I believe, in that one because of blocks, which is
Crazy.
wild. Um,
That's nuts.
yeah, he's been fun to watch. When you get beat and you turn around and you see him just like locked in, and I'm about to hunt this kid down. Oh man,
He's 2 blocks above like the closest guy in like the blocks leader. It's crazy. He's been sending them away.
Yeah.
It's been great to see.
And not a lot of fouls either. Like he's clean. He's just taking care of
Yeah.
it. So I'm loving it.
Yeah.
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 How about you guys? Who you got?
Carter?
Well, I guess I didn't really point out any individual performances from this season. I'm trying to see if any kind of jog my memory as we go on here, but I just wrote down a few guys who I've just thought stuck out. And looking through like the statistics for the season, you just see Devo popping up kind of everywhere, like especially on that like player impact and stuff. And I haven't seen him like because he's always been such a scorer in my eyes the past few seasons, and I guess this season he's played more of like a complementary role, I guess, to Jackson and you, Kendall, and I think I've kind of put him under the radar a little bit this season in my eyes, and he's obviously doing a lot on the court that I just haven't really noticed or I haven't seen in the stats. So yeah, shout out to Devo for sure. And then I got like it's hard. I'm tired of talking about this squad, but Billy playing well, making all of his teammates better. He's on basically top
Few
of the
triple
charts and all the
triple
stats and
doubles.
stuff like that. Yeah. And then I always got to shout out my boy Tim Whitehead, high up in the rebounding category, leader in steals. I'm right under him though. But yeah, good job to Tim for sure. Great season, fun playing with that guy. One other guy that I kind of flies under the radar for me is Sean Boone. I don't know. Every time I play against him like this, he doesn't like necessarily like pop out on the stat sheet all the time, but he just is a difference maker on the floor. He always is back on defense. I noticed that. I like to run in transition. He's always there. Just two-way player, and yeah, solid player. So that's what I'll say.
I want to see Sean on a team like yours, Cam, where you have that kind of 4 second rounders, early thirds, rather than a top guy. I think he would thrive in that kind of situation. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. There's a few I think he blocked me twice last night, and I'm just like, get it in the paint, playing the zone and get in the paint. I'm just like turning around. I'm like, he's on the other side of the zone, and he runs across and jumps like 7 feet in the air and eats the ball, takes it, eats it, and then goes back. I'm like, what is going on? Dude's
You love
athletic,
it
man.
for one of his little reverses a game where he just runs baseline and doesn't curl, just keeps running and then does the spin back.
The flick,
Won a
and it just
game,
Love
goes
right?
it.
It's
straight
like
up, just
the
switches
ref
it.
thinking
Doesn't
there's
even
no
use the
way this is
backboard.
happening. Oh, and it goes.
Yeah, Sean's averaging like 14 and 9 on the season,
Yeah,
almost 2 blocks over a steal. So he's just defensively, offensively, just playing super well.
for sure. I'll go one more. I'll go one more. My boy Zay as well, sitting. I think eighth in the scoring. Shout out Zay. Great work.
Yeah,
Love
he's
it.
been big for their success. I just was noticing it's interesting. The steal leaders. So you have Tim Whitehead, you have Carter, you have Tristan, and then Barry, Greeno, Jackson, Mike. So you get three guys not really known for defense, um, playing that help side, jumping passes, and I'll say that kind of includes me a little bit lower. Like I don't play. This was the first, maybe not the first week, but one of the first weeks where I was like, all right, let's match up with someone, one of the top three, and let's play some defense. Um, but yeah, interesting that three guys who I don't know. I don't really like that. I'll say that. I would rather see someone like Bari back up at the top. Jackson, Marriott, like some of those guys who are actually playing
Yeah,
defense.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, just gonna throw that under Tim
yeah.
under again. I gotta feel like I
Well,
got
me as well. Throwing me as well under
yeah.
I
there. Yeah,
will.
for
I don't
sure.
know. Carter's been putting in a lot of effort on defense, man.
Okay, hold on.
You
Let
have
me
been.
let
You
me
get your
speak.
hands on everything.
Here's the
He tried
thing.
matching up with Chase the other week. How'd that go?
Yeah, yeah.
He wanted it,
Listen,
man. I said, let's switch. And he said, dude,
listen.
I got Chase. It's fine.
Listen to me. Okay, I can't. I'm not gonna say I'm a great defender. I get steals. It shows up on the stat sheet, but like I can't match up against height and speed. It's just too much for me. Sometimes I can match up against guys who are my height. If I really put the effort in, but I can't be tired. So I'm not. I agree with Kendall. I'm not even gonna lie. But I like being up there. I'm not gonna complain about it.
Yeah.
It's still it's cookies. Cookies are
Still
still
nice, yeah.
but I guess
Carter,
the reason I'm saying this is for when you as the league vote for award winners, right? You'll get the nominations here in a little while and you'll vote. Things like that, like you think, who do you least want to play against, right? Who do you least want to match up against? And it's not Tim and Carter. Those guys.
Yeah, I'm a defensive menace. So that's what they say about me in the league. Defensive menace for sure.
Carter, put the straps on Tyron next week. Put him in the seatbelt him after you steal it from him.
Tyron, oh, dude,
he's got the whole family coming out. So that'd be a good one to humble him a little bit.
How about Tyron scoring 26 in one game? That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was big.
I was looking at all the tops, like what was the top scoring game from the season for one player? I think it's Bari at 35, or was it Jackson? I forget. But both of them, there hasn't been any big games like 40 pieces or anything like that. But like Jackson and Bari have both been over 30, I think, a couple times, which is cool to see. Both those guys can put the ball in the basket, man. It's crazy.
I want to say, yeah, it was Jackson against the Net Profits with 35.
Yeah, I know. I saw Bari had 33 somewhere, 34 maybe. Jackson had another 32 games, so
yeah, that's big.
Some good scoring in the league, man.
Another standout, just crazy stats was Bob White's 29 rebounds. I've been hustling for boards trying to catch that, and I just can't catch I've passed him now in total rebounds, but he missed the one game, right? So I can't do anything with that 29. It's disgusting.
I think when the camera, Bob's wearing his jersey when he's warming up and he's on the side and the camera's catching him warming up on the other hoop, right? Pretty sure that's what happened. He's just tossing it off the rim to himself and getting all those stats up.
Oh, I will say that pie metric, why are offensive boards worth half of what defensive boards are? Right? Like if you look at the calculation, I don't know if you guys have done that, but offensive boards are worth half of what a defensive board is. And I don't get that because like an offensive board, in my opinion, it's maybe more valuable because you get another chance to score. They're tougher to get. I don't know.
Yeah,
I find that odd.
I kind of agree with that. Like I'm averaging 7.8 rebounds or something, and then 3.5 of them are offensive.
Mhm.
So almost half,
Yeah.
just about half.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but that metric doesn't know what it's talking about. It bumped me out of the top 20. I don't want to talk about it. Tyron's ahead of me now. Yeah.
Alrighty.
But yeah, I also agree. Offensive rebounds should be just as important.
I feel like they should. My one thought was maybe because you can like you miss a shot and you're more likely to get your own rebound if you're inside, right? Like I do get quite a few of my own rebounds. So that might play into it, but I'm missing the shot. So that alone is bringing my impact down. So I don't, yeah, I don't understand that, but someone came up with it and I guess that's what they're rolling with. Any other performances we want to talk about? I'm gonna actually add John Vandegreen. Um, last fall, ruptured Achilles, torn Achilles, one of the two, was in the boot, was long physio recovery. To see him given the season that he's giving, I know they haven't got many wins, but he's been balling out. He's been getting a lot of buckets, moving well, fun to watch. So that's been awesome. That's been a highlight for me. It was hard to see. It's always hard to see guys go down with something like that. And so to see him bounce back and in the league has been cool.
For sure.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
So, awards. Let's talk about awards a little bit. Don't want to skew people's voting too much, other than don't vote Depoy for Tim or Carter.
Hey, throw me in there. Throw me in there, guys. One nomination would be nice. I appreciate it.
Yeah, actually, I don't think you got the nomination even. So, how it works is GMs nominated a couple of guys, anywhere
Okay.
from 0 to 2, 0 to 3 guys, 0 to 2, something like that from their own team. And then all GMs had an opportunity to add people to that list. If they thought someone was disrespected, they could add that to the list. So that's where we're at right now as GMs. Yeah, we'll probably go Sunday night or Monday. I'll send out the form for all participants to vote. And so you'll vote for Depoy, you'll vote for All-Star Team, MVP, all that stuff. Got a couple new awards in there, so you'll look forward to seeing those ones as well. Actually, Carter, you probably don't know what one of those awards is. You might be in the running for an award here. We'll keep that one on the DL here for now.
Carter, I nominated you for Depoy just to stick
Thanks,
to
Cam.
Kendall.
Appreciate it, dude.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll get carried away now. Okay.
No, Timmy's actually a solid defender. I would consider Timmy for
He's held down our defense pretty good.
getting some votes. And again, it's not just like he's just so smart, so he can adjust, he can manipulate the game with how he plays defensively. So no, he is solid. I don't think that he necessarily wins it, but he deserves some votes for sure. So on that note, one end of season award endorsement. So one award that you're like, I think this person has to get this. We can kind of discuss that, but no more manipulation beyond that. So Cam, I'll let you start.
Oh man. But wait, so we have the secret awards that we're not saying.
If you feel one of those has to be to a certain person, you do it. You do it.
I'll stick with MVP or Depoy or something.
Guaranteed MVP coming.
That'd be crazy. I don't know. Oh gosh, I didn't think about it enough. I'm panicking. I think. Okay, I'm gonna do it first because I get to lock it in first. I think probably Isaiah should win Sixth Man of the Year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably 100%.
Yeah, that's not a hot take at all. I feel like
you're
top
waiting for
in the
you.
league in scoring, like that's pretty
It
straightforward.
has to be the case.
Has to be. Yeah.
So now I took that one. Now Carter can guarantee an MVP. Come on, Carter.
Yeah, yeah, I'll go MVP. I guarantee that Billy's gonna get MVP. I'm so
Guaranteed
sick and tired about
Billy.
Billy. So tired. Sick and tired of it, but yeah.
Just another
As,
add to, just another like big curly puff of hair to add to his already big head, you know?
yeah. But yeah, I'll say it.
So is most valuable player most valuable to the like most valuable player in the league, most valuable to their specific team? How do you guys interpret that?
Yeah. I don't know. Like I'm not saying that that's how I'm not even gonna say how I vote, Ken. I'm not even gonna answer this question. I'm just gonna say that I think that Billy's gonna win the award. I don't know how I'm gonna vote for it this year, but that's my prediction.
MVP is tough because you can have a guy who's on a 3-3 team who's done really well, like Casco. He's popped off this year. So is Bari. They're 3-3. But then you look at the 6-0 Billy Goats. It's like, okay, you go to the guy who runs that team, you know, probably.
Okay, let's
I don't
let's
know.
adjust this though. Let's go. So like think about this as an endorsement. So not so much who's going to win, but who are you like this person might not get the votes that they deserve. Um,
Oh, Tim Whitehead for MVP.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tim Whitehead too. That's my guy, Tim Whitehead, for sure. Absolutely.
why?
Low
Take
key.
him off the squad. It's a different season. Different season for us. He does it all. Look at the stats. He does it all.
He does good. He leads our team in assists, rebounds. Not is he beating you in scoring? Maybe not.
No. That's right, Timmy. Come on now.
But man, as an eighth pick, like I think in a redraft right now, he goes like top 5. Just the way he plays. He is, but it's sneaky. Like you don't notice it. You don't notice his 5 steals or his
Because he
assist
takes them
number.
from me. I tip them to him. I
Carter,
tip
chill.
the steals to him, dude.
We're trying to
Love
make a
Timmy.
case for Tim MVP.
Yeah. Tim Depoy. Tim Depoy for sure.
No MVP.
Sorry,
So,
MVP and Depoy.
Oh my
so can
gosh.
you, like you said, he goes top 5. So like you look at who went in the top 5. Can he be him? Right. And I don't know that he can be. He's incredible. 10 years ago, 100%. But I don't know that I can say that he's an MVP because of
Yeah.
who's on his squad, right?
Whoa.
I don't know.
What?
Wait, hold on. What?
I'm
Hold
giving you
on.
guys some props here.
Oh, you're giving us props.
Right.
Was that kindness, Kendall? Oh,
It
sorry, I
was a
didn't
little bit.
recognize it. Didn't
So
recognize it.
Yeah, I get that. He's not like Bari on his team last year, right? Who kind of had to score 40 a night
right.
just to keep them in games. You know, he's
I
got a
know
good
Tim's
supporting
watching
cast.
this. I know Tim's watching this, so I'm gonna say, Tim, I think that's Kendall saying that you don't deserve to be top 5, I think. So maybe you should show him on Sunday.
That's basically Kendall saying that we're not going to make the finals, Tim.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, basically. So Tim, when you're listening to this, just remember that.
Oh,
What a boy.
man. I just
What
love
about you?
getting-
Yeah.
love
How about you?
getting
Don't
some
you always
fun.
ask these questions, then you avoid an answer because you don't want to cause
Oh
controversy.
no,
But
I'll
how
have
about-
an answer. I got an answer for
Okay,
you.
Yeah,
let's
let's hear
go.
it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
My answer, Devin Wanup for Defensive Player of the Year. He's been so solid back there. I think it's about time that a big man gets it. I think in this league we've been a guard heavy league, partially out of rules. I think the idea of trying to protect players, the idea of no chase down blocks, things like that. But to see someone kind of step in and start to say like, no, I'm going to protect the paint. We've seen Patty do it occasionally, and even occasionally that got him in the question, or that got him in the like top 3 for Depoy before. So when you're putting up blocks like Devo is, when you're adjusting shots in the paint that much, I think you have to be minimum top 2, I would say. I don't play against him though. So what are your guys' thoughts? Do you think about him when you're driving? Do you think that he's coming for you?
I haven't played Devo yet this year. Did he miss our game? No, Tristan missed our game. We
Yeah,
did
you
play
did play
Devo,
against Devo.
but he didn't block me
Cam's
once.
clearly
So
not thinking about him then if he doesn't even
Yeah.
no,
remember
yeah,
playing
Devo didn't
against
block
him.
me once. I was finishing at the hoop, doing up and unders, and I don't know where he was, man. I'm just like, oh, finish, getting bodied and one.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I've been watching a lot of games, and I'm just like, Devo's not just getting tip blocks; he's like blocking that stuff out of bounds. And that's what I want to see from a big man. I want to see a big man come into this league and just start eating things at the rim, and it's been awesome to see. I think Pat could do it, um, but he's tired from the offensive end. Maybe I don't know. Pat, see you on Sunday. Yeah, you. But I like seeing Devo just block shots and kind of with authority. I've been waiting for a big man to kind of do that in this league. So I've been watching games and I've seen it. It's been great.
Yep. I'll also not to necessarily trash talk other guys, but like Mike Merritt, Greeno, both great defenders. Um, couldn't slow Barry down last week, right? That hurts your case when like you can't find a way to stop someone, right? Barry has
I was
that
talking with yeah,
a
I
little
was talking with
spin,
Logan
right?
after that game. Logan's on that team too, right? And he's
Right,
like,
right. Sorry,
he
Logan.
came up to me after. He's like, I think Barry's unguardable. He's like, I think Barry's unguardable, and I'm like, Logan's an amazing defender, 1-on-1. He's fast, he's twitchy, but like Barry's another level, and so you gotta like, yeah, if it takes a whole team to kind of lock in on one guy, then they're special. But yeah, if like we don't have that, we haven't found the answer for Barry yet,
Yeah,
right? So where's that guard that can do that?
yeah,
Parker Casco.
that's true. Bring him back. I could see a guy like Kyle Mitchell also taking care of Barry. I know a little bit slower, but just beat him
Kind of
up.
long, and
That'd
yeah.
that'd be fun to watch.
What about Hendo 2 Icy? Carter Hendo.
Next question.
No, nobody's seen it yet in the last 4 seasons with Carter, but when he locks in, it's scary, man. So I'm just gonna say that.
Kev, shut up.
Hey, every once in a while I get a little post mismatch with Carter and I don't get a feast. He battles.
I fight, but it's just a losing battle most of the time.
Alrighty. Let's move on. Any receipts from the guest panel? So a shout out for the guest guys. You guys did a great job. Last week and a half ago. It was entertaining. We prefer to let the substance be what drives and not all that extra AI, whatever that stuff is. But good for you guys. That's pretty neat. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
the screen just ditched out. You guys carry on. I got to find a way to get back to my. There we go. We're back.
yeah. I don't know if I have any receipts, but I thought they did a good job. Maybe they didn't talk about us like well enough, like pump us up a little bit. They just kind of, you know, just kind of took a dump on the old squad. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? We're the original. Like, are you serious right now? You can't replace us. But I love them, and they did good. They did well. So
Yeah, they did a good job. Yeah, that's about all I gotta say.
Carter's just saying that
It's
because
good
they
pod.
compared him to Steph Curry.
I
Okay,
I appreciated that. That was quite kind. Well,
and
first Pat compared me to like Klay Thompson, then started laughing, and then said in the playoffs, Pat,
yeah,
that was great. That was crazy. I that hurt my heart a
Pat
little
was
bit.
cooking that. Pat was cooking that pod. Yeah, first that, and then they're like, oh yeah, Steph Curry at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So
make it
okay,
be nice to me. Yeah, pity, nice, pity, kindness.
I mean, I got Ben Simmons, and I don't care what you say about when it was Ben Simmons. I got Ben Simmons. So I actually forgot about that. I got to rewatch that pod if we meet Principal's office on the way to Billy Goats the next week. I'm watching that panel, and I'm walking in Ben Simmons
just hit
again.
like 8 threes on Principal's
Go back to
office, and just
town.
like Bob's going to be standing in the paint waiting for you. So you just got to jack that from right at the easiest shot in the game, Kendall, right at the top of the key three.
Yeah, I started with free throws at lunch today. I was trying to shoot some free throws because that's been a little abysmal lately. So we'll sort
Did you
that.
see our free throw stats from last week? Lethco shot 3 for 12.
Guys, we shot more, but not. It was bad. Bad. Receipts. I chuckled. Let's continue with Patty a little bit here. I know he went off a little bit there. Talking about bringing like fans and stuff to Southern Alberta Hoop Sub, CMDL. Random people aren't coming to watch us play basketball, Patty. I'm just gonna say that we're not that good. We're just not. So, also bring your wife out. How often has your wife come out to watch us play basketball? So, I mean, if you can't get your wife
Whoa.
out, then I don't know, man. So,
Dang. I mean,
um,
we could just start handing out like spectator passes on the streets. It's like, hey, do you want to come watch like a bunch of sweaty dudes roll around on the floor for 30 minutes to an
airball
hour?
threes, because that's about all we do is chuck threes and they don't go in.
Big one every
The odd
floor.
person tries to dunk, goes off the back of the rim and leaves like it.
It's
No.
like, oh, well, that was exciting.
Yeah. I will say what's interesting because I do think we've had less fans this year. Uh, the previous 2 seasons, spectators had to pay for passes, and this year they haven't. And I think almost that like I've invested into this, now I have to come, might have been part of it. So I don't know if all like if we consider having a spectator pass. Now I like not having to worry about that stuff. I think it's nicer just to not have to do that. But I wonder if that's why we had more fans in the past. Um, yeah. Um, I would say hopefully even if you lose in the quarters, uh, semifinal maybe you don't show up, but it'd be awesome to see most of the league out for those finals on the 17th. I think it'd be fun if we had all the other 4 teams there hanging out. Yeah, I got to look at
Agreed. That'd be fun. That'd be cool.
yeah.
And if
Gotta,
it's Kendall versus Billy, I'm just gonna don't know. I don't know who I'm gonna cheer for. Oh wait, you can't be you two. No, only one of you will be in the finals. What am I saying?
right. Yeah.
I won't have to cheer because I'll be in the finals, right, Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, no, that'd be cool if we get lots of people out for that one. I've
Yeah, that'd be
got a
sweet.
couple thoughts, but I got to make sure that it works with the budget. But I got a couple, hopefully some motivators to get some spectators out. But we'll see.
Nice.
I confirm that. Any other receipts there? Anything else? Any of their topics that you guys like? Their little kind of special editions.
No.
Oh man.
um,
Trying to remember them. I mean, what did they do? They did the NBA similar player. They did the
I like Klaus's
nicknames.
the question one, where they just like
Yeah, that was
player
good.
most likely to or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Pat shouted me out for one of them. I forget which one it was. Changing a tire, maybe, or something.
Changing a tire. Do you even know how to
yeah.
change a tire, Cam?
Of course, I know how to change a tire, but I'm surprised he picked me for that one. I don't give change tire vibes, you know.
But you give nice guy vibes, Cam. That's what he's saying. Okay.
Well, that's good. Well, yeah, I'm glad.
You just see
Thanks,
Cam
Pat.
rolling by on his moped, sees the flat tire and hops off. And
Pat, I got you, bro. Don't worry. Go
What is
sit in the
moped? Cam,
Go
you
sit in
would
the
drive a moped. You
go
totally
sit in the
would.
passenger seat, Pat. I got you. I'll change your tire for you. No problem.
All right. Officiating. How do I start with that? I'll start by saying that I have not liked reffing lately. That things have not been the typical vibes that has been the CMDL, I guess previously the KA Men's League. Um, Not sure reasoning, not sure why there's kind of just more whining. Um, I don't know. I don't think it's necessary. Um, have you guys felt that it's been worse this year as well, especially lately? I'd say maybe not early in the season, but lately.
Yeah, I'd probably say so. Um, yeah, it's not been as much fun officiating this year. I don't like talking about officiating because I think it's like just suck it up, accept your calls. You
Mhm.
know, if you joke around with the ref once or twice, that's fine. You can joke around with me. As soon as you start staring at me and, start complaining, I give calls both ways. That's how the game works,
Yeah.
so it's been less fun. Um, and even just sitting like I was watching one of the games, or I watched all three games and played in one last week, but even just sitting there watching, I'm like getting frustrated for the officials too, right? Um, just watching one of those games. So it's like, yeah, it's definitely a different feel from the previous seasons, I'd say.
I think like as it gets more competitive, I was talking with I want to say it was Evan the
Yeah,
other day.
yeah.
It's not it's it's almost not I think I got fouled. It's I'm too proud to have made that mistake. And maybe I did get fouled, right? But like I feel this way too that like I'm too proud to have just made that mistake. So if I say something to the ref, that passes the buck to him, even if it's a no call, that's now the ref's fault. My team isn't looking down on me for a bad
Mm.
pass or for missing a layup, right? Um, and I think that's yeah, we just got to be not proudful, right? We got to be find a way to just be okay with things. And I know it's not easy. I know myself included. I get caught up in it sometimes, but the more we do that, the more we enjoy the league, I think.
Yeah.
Carter,
Yeah.
any
It's
thoughts?
getting, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, it's
Go ahead,
okay.
Carter.
Yeah, I watched all three games last week too, and I felt bad for the refs a couple times for sure. Like I've been doing it for the last couple years. I haven't done it all the time, but um, it's not something I enjoy. So I feel really bad for them when they're getting flack or when they're getting it from the players. And compassionate guy sometimes I am, and it's just hard to see that. So I don't like to see that. Obviously I'm like, oh man, he hit my arm. And it's next play. I'm trying to do that consistently. I'll set an example. So, um, yeah, I want it to, I want the refs to feel comfortable reffing a game. Absolutely. That's the number one thing. So.
Just be like Sean Boone. When he gets hit, he smiles and there's no call. He smiles and then runs back down the court.
He's awesome. Yeah, he's
I'm
great.
like, yeah,
I
Sean's
think
too nice to say anything to anybody.
I think that's what bothers me the most as a ref is that I wonder how many calls he would get if he complained like some other people do,
Mm.
right? And so then it like it's double
That's your
negative
problem.
because now he doesn't get a call, and then Sean is incredible. I love how he can just we're here to play basketball. Let's have fun. Whatever. I'm getting hit, but I'm going to keep going up strong. And if everyone does that, then refs are just thinking, I'm going to ref this game as well as I can. I'm going to call it when I think it's a foul. I'm not when, and we're not thinking about those other things. But lately, it's just so much thinking about like how am I gonna like appease almost, and then you don't do a great job refing at all because you're refing scared, right? So
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's tough because, like you said, the league has gotten more competitive
mhm.
and that just gets us going, right? All of us aren't playing, pro basketball anymore like I was overseas and Carter too.
No.
Um, and we're just
Oh my
looking like, I don't
gosh.
know. I don't do anything competitive hardly ever except for this Coaldale men's league, and I get pumped up sometimes too. But I think the members of the league just need to pony up.
Yeah.
And not everyone. If you want to be an official and you think you can make all the right calls, try it out next year and be next season and be an official.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as it looks, especially with everyone talking. So yeah, we just need to buckle down and just accept the outcome sometimes.
Yeah. Love it. I did have a couple thoughts to run by you guys. So, one, I am pricing out Cibolo officials, seeing what it would cost to get the experts in. So we'll see when they get back to me if that's an option, and then we'll obviously bring that to the league for a vote. Um, thought about getting like a committed. These 8 officials are the only officials we're gonna have all season and trying to get some training in. That gets very expensive. I could actually see that being more expensive in the short term than getting Cibolo officials. In the long term, obviously that would pay off. Um, unless we just do our own training. What was the other thought? I've had someone recommend forcing everyone to ref at least one game.
Mm,
That scares me.
yeah,
That scares me.
maybe a no go on that one.
Yeah. So, and then lately trying to think a little bit more outside the box. I had the thought to say your team can have two negative interactions with an official in a game. So that's the like a come on, whatever it is, the stare down, two negative ones, because that just happens. We're human beings. And then anything after that is say a $2 fine for your team. Um, and that fine is paid next season. So say Cobb had 10 games, so then 8 times 2 is $16. So everyone on your team is paying an extra $16 if they want to play next season, right? And so then it gets to be, okay, I want my team to behave because I don't like spending money, right? Or I'm going to end up not playing in this league, which maybe if you were a whiny one, great, that's what we wanted anyways, right? So thoughts on that?
Yeah, you'd have to have someone like I don't know if the refs would be able to like in the middle of a game be able to keep track of that, or when some they missed a call
That's true.
and then running back. So you'd have like the scorekeepers are too busy. You'd have to have someone kind of watching for that, or if the refs can mentally keep track of it.
Yeah.
But I can see that being like kind of like the fouls were the last few years. So someone's at 7 fouls or 8 fouls. It's like it's hard to keep track. Oh well. But
Yeah,
so I can see it being a little bit of an issue that way.
Just have to have
the
a signal.
implementation, sorry.
Go ahead.
The implementation of that would be like the idea is fair, but it just would break my heart to say like a guy who gets picked in like the sixth or seventh round, just joy of the earth kind of guy, but kind of a quiet person, for them to not be able to
Mm.
afford to play next year because their team
Yeah,
racks it up, right? That
yeah,
would that
that's
would
fair.
suck. So there's just a couple of things that would make that hard to implement, but I think the idea is pretty solid. So
I'm in the mindset of like finding, have a league vote or whatever on, 8 guys, 10 guys who they believe are decent refs. And then, we go out there Saturday and figure it out and get right with all the calls we want to make and, clear up on the rules and stuff like that and then go from there, right? Just like having the league pick their officials who they believe are good officials and who they trust to, do a decent job. Still won't be perfect.
Mhm.
NBA refs aren't perfect, but it's like, having that group of guys that the league is like has voted upon and has, belief in that they'll do a good job. Or we just don't cater to people and, stop whining.
And I think that's the biggest thing, right? If we can sort that
Mm.
out. And again, it's nothing like other leagues that I've been a part of. It's still relatively
Yeah, it's an
speaking great.
amazing culture league. Yes.
It's just I want to hit these things early. I want to make sure people are aware of the thought that is going into this so that we keep it this way, right? Because um, I know I had one game last season, and it was kind of more one specific guy. But I went home, talked to my wife, and I said, I will not run this league another season if that happens again, right? And that's no, I'm not there yet right now, but I know that if I'm not getting joy when I'm there, I'm not going to continue running it, right? So that's kind of the thought.
Yeah. And we'll
Broken
keep
that.
growing and keep, like you said, keep growing and keep expanding and keep getting more competitive, keep getting good players and keeping the ones who've been around. And I want to keep those people around too, right? So it just needs to be shut down before it kind of takes the culture,
Yeah.
takes
Cool.
the fun from it.
All right. Let's get into a more fun chat. So playoff matchup discussion. Let's break down these matchups for this coming week. Uh, what do you guys
Sub
think?
squad in 7.
Let's sub squad. All right, so let's start off Billy Goats and sub squad. Any thoughts? Any way that the sub squad actually takes that?
Kyle Mitchell, Dean up Chase, scoring 30. It could happen. What are you laughing about over there? Eh? Do you
Yeah,
want me to come to
yeah,
your house? I know where you live. I will come to your house.
yeah. I don't know. It's just Cal Mitchell's great, great man, but They love
Yeah, and the Billy Goats have been practicing as a team at the Y. It's
Yeah,
tough, man. They've got a good squad on their hands, and
yeah. So I
be
don't
a
see
tough
it
dub to pull out.
happening. I don't see it happening this year.
Yeah, good coach.
No, no, not happening.
Not happening.
Not happening.
All right, so
Wait,
let's
go back to Carter. Carter, show us your mustache.
No, guys. We don't have to worry about it.
Oh, there he is.
all right, so I think we all got goats for that one. Nothing
Yeah.
too exciting for that one. Only way I think the sub squad wins is if they get Kyle going inside that he feasts, and if the Billy Goats die from three.
Yeah.
Looking at the matchups, honestly, Justin's going to get a lot of open looks. Chase is going to get a lot of open looks. So they'll have Frank back, I imagine. He's starting to shoot well. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that Billy Goats walk away with that one.
Nice.
I was actually hoping that the Goats would elect to play net profits. One, because imagine like if a team chooses to play you rather than the sub squad, how much fire you would come in with.
Oh yeah, they'd be pumped.
Yeah.
Oh, Nate would be like slapping the backboard every time, man. It's
Yeah.
awesome. That would have been sick.
Yeah. So I was hoping for it, but Billy was asking me about the sub squad, and I tried to be honest and give him what I thought. So next one then, Cobb and Shake and Bake. So what are you guys gonna do differently?
We got to bust
Start
a
us off,
zone,
GM.
Kendall.
Start off, GM.
We got to bust a zone. Okay. First play, lob to Carter. Second play, lockdown pad, Carter man to man. Third play, get Tim buckets. I think it'll be a different game. They've beaten us twice. No, we beat them in the preseason. They beat us this game. So it's kind of our best of three series. And we'll have Scotty back this game. I love Matt Beckerine. He's awesome. Scotty brings kind of a type of fire that just riles the team up. He guards full court. I'm sure he'll love that Tyron matchup and be all up in that. So, yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes. I think we'll shoot a little better. Our field goal 3-point free throw percentage was awful compared to our previous games. Maybe that's the zone defense against us, or maybe that's just us missing shots. But I'm excited to see how it goes. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you guys were missing Scott and Abe. Abe's a good energy guy too.
Yeah,
He's a
for
great
sure.
energy guy.
That's
Offer some
great.
size against that big team, right? He can pull down rebounds and
Yeah.
So we're missing two of our guys, so I'm excited to get them back. And sucks. Nick's injured, isn't he? That sucks.
Yeah.
He was saying his calf was beating him up pretty bad this week. So
Yeah, that's too bad. It's sad. I wanted him to be there so we could play him again with him there, but I love playing against that guy and with him too. But that'll be offer a different challenge without having him kind of stand in the middle of that zone. Still pretty big with Evan, Pat, and Sean down there still, but a little smaller maybe.
I'm thinking like, I was watching some of the footage of the game, and I played against this Tyron zone last year as well. This feels like the Tyron zone because it's the same kind of one from last season. Which
It's
is
so annoying up there
twice.
too. Hey, he's just up there coaching everyone around. He's like, yeah, Carter, where you at?
Yeah, I get called out when I was sneaking around in the bottom there, but I've been trying to find the open spots, looking for different ways of how to exploit it, and obviously I think it just starts with ball movement. So I like to shoot right away, but hey, I was about to say, I like to shoot right away. I like to shoot a lot of shots, but moving the ball around, that's definitely something that myself and as a team, if we can rally around that, help us a lot against that zone. So, yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, when we start whipping that ball around, it's fun to see kind of what we can do. So, I'd like to see that as well.
Yeah, I've seen minutes at a time, not much more than that, where you guys are playing like drive and kick basketball, balls not sticking, and you can't compete with your squad when you're doing that.
Yeah.
Too much talent at the top end there. So if you guys can find that. Now again, that's tough against that 2-3, physical 2-3, big boys. But yeah, did they get out in transition on you guys much? I don't remember.
At the beginning of the game more than the latter half, I'd say,
But
for sure.
yeah, and we didn't get out in transition as much as I thought we would against that team.
They
They
got
got
back
back, man.
well. Yeah, they got back well
We
that
got
game.
two transition naps maybe, but Sean and Joe meet you right at the rim every time
Yeah, it's Sean
they
and
miss a
Joe
shot.
getting back almost every time, and Tyron at the top of that offense too. So
Yeah. So, what are you guys calling that one? Obviously, I'm calling the win, but by how much?
Yeah, how much, Carter?
30.
30. Holy cow.
No, it'll be a close one, but we're gonna pull it out. I'm excited. I'm really
I
excited for
think it'll
that
be
game.
close to 10, within 10 points, maybe less, and I think it'll be fun. Back and
Yeah,
forth maybe. Low
Cam
scoring.
and
I think
I,
it'll be low scoring.
Cam and I are going away this weekend to let some steam off before the big game, so it'll be fun.
Yes, that's absolutely
Heading down to
true.
Nevada, the big city
Yeah.
for some fun. Before, just kidding.
Gonna say Florida and then there, man. Cam's living it up.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I think I gotta still just keep giving Tim more fire. So I'm going shake and bake. Uh, I think Patty's gonna have one of his like in the preseason what we saw, what he's capable of. Without Nick, I think he's gonna step up in a major way. So I'm going shake and bake by 9. We're going shake and bake by 9. Evan, make it happen.
Okay. See you in the finals, Kendall.
All right, then we got the Casco Crush and Principal's Office. Last time we beat them, there was some kind of malfunctions with things, but ended up beating them by 12 if you looked at the full game. So tightish game. They were missing Lane that day for sure. What are you guys thinking?
Hmm. If Lane, it'd be funny if Lane, because I don't know, I guess I haven't seen Lane just like bang every shot or like sometimes Lane just has a game. Like he just has a game.
Mhm.
It'd be crazy if he just decided to step up in this one and lead the team, to victory. But I don't see it happening. But if Barry and Bob, if Bob gets aggressive down low and scoring and Kloss is making threes and spacing the floor or getting inside too, it could happen. It could happen. But I'd take the Casco Crush by 10 this game, I think.
Nice.
I'd
Do you,
like to see. Sorry, go ahead, Kendall.
I was gonna say, do you play a 2-3 against them? Do you just so you have someone sitting in the paint, you put Devo in the paint waiting for Barry when he gets through? Does Bob and Klaus and Kaysen and Byron and Barry and David's hit a couple threes, maybe not quite as much. Do they torch you from three? What did you guys play against them?
They played man again. I wasn't here for that. Carter, what do you think? I'm like answering like I played them.
When we played the principal's office, it was what was it? I think John Fair guarded Barty for majority of the game, or
Okay.
was it Tim? I can't remember, but um, Barty's a great player. But um, making sure you give him some space to be able to kind of force him into that three. Not necessarily saying that he's a bad 3-point shooter, but I feel like you'd rather have him take the three than the two. And so you can play man, but it's a specific type of defense you have to play against him. If you're going into a zone, um, yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I've seen it against them, but I'm not familiar with that against them, so don't know what to say.
Ari had 33 when they played us.
Yeah, so he obviously did
Whatever it
just
was didn't
fine.
necessarily work. Although you guys beat
He
them, so maybe it did work.
Well, let
seemed to
Bari
do
score
just
in the
fine.
paint, and then Bob had 11. Klaus had 17. Klaus had 17. Well, no,
Plus had
no, that's
17
not bad.
against us. That's baloney.
That's what he said. That's what it says. 5
AI
for
messed
14
that
from
one
the
up.
field.
AI messed that
He
one
oh
up.
he shot 6 free throws. Oh, here's why we won. They shot 24 free throws, and our team shot 6 that game. A little bit of a disparity there.
There's some disparity.
Yeah, they drive
But
hard. That's why, Cam.
yeah,
Why he
I
drives
think
hard
you
to the
got to
rack.
collapse in the paint with them, right? Like I don't know if Bob listens to the panel, but he wants to distribute. He doesn't want to just shoot threes all game. So maybe against Ben Simmons he will though.
I think you can't just sit in the paint on him because but maybe you do. Maybe you do until he hits three in a row, and then now that's 9 points. And okay, now we're playing catch up, right? But um,
You
yeah, he's
ready to are
too
you ready
delicate.
for him to sit in the paint on you and you're just gonna drive down and yam it? Is that the plan?
I
Knee to the
may
chest.
attempt a dunk in this game if he does that again. I may.
Okay, do
I
some calf raises, okay? From here
yeah.
till Sunday, just calf raises.
I'm gonna sneak a ladies ball in for jump ball. Get it early, and I may attempt a dunk if he's pulling that again. We'll see.
Okay, you ladies ball, more like a tennis ball. It's like, what are we doing playing with a tennis ball? Oh,
Yes, yes.
just give the commissions one dunk. Okay, just give it to them.
Oh man. See, I was
But I
thinking. I was thinking with a lot of refs, I could get away with pulling myself up on him. But with Whitehead reffing, I don't think I would get away with that one. So
oh maybe not.
not as confident that I would get a chance to try, but I don't know.
Do you guys have Tristan?
It's to be decided. We'll say
To be
we,
decided. Um,
yeah,
sounds good.
hopefully.
I will take. Oh gosh, who am I picking? I want to sort of file. I want to see Casco versus Billy again, so I'm going to take Principal's office. They're going to have the upset
So you're saying
by
you just want some fire under us?
yeah.
Yeah, Cam, pick who you think's gonna win. This isn't a cause
It's
like
not
stir it
manipulation.
up, bro.
This is psychological warfare. I'm doing it. Principal's office for sure is going to win this game.
You're such an idiot. By how many, Cam?
By 4.5.
Say 16 or something dumb. Say like 25.
By 5 points.
Okay, 5
5
points.
points. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll go obviously Casco Crush. By how much though? I don't know. The boys want to win. We've had 2 losses coming off 2 rough ones. I'm gonna go 15 plus. I think we're gonna come out ready to play ball. It's gonna be fun.
Let's go. That's awesome.
All right, last one. Boardman, net profits.
Man, I'd love to see net profits pull out offset. Just Braden hits like 11 threes. Oh yeah, that'd be so great. But I'll pick Boardman probably. I'll pick Boardman. I think they're gonna win. They're just hard to play against. Hard to play offense against.
Yeah.
And I think net profits is primarily an offensive team. So Boardman might have been their worst matchup, in my opinion. You throw Greeno, Mike Marriott on Braden, Logan at JVG.
Yeah.
So like I think that might have been their worst matchup they could have drawn, but I would love to see Braden just kind of go nuclear for one game. Just get them their win right in the first round of playoffs.
Green light Lasecki, let's go.
Green light Lasecki.
I was saying the one Logan's 3, the one that he caught up here and then down and then hit it. That's what I was shouting.
Oh my
Yeah, so
gosh.
good. He sent me and Carter a clip of him hitting it and me, and in the background, just me and Carter screaming on the bench, just running down the sideline. That's
Yeah,
but I'll pick Boardman by 15.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'd probably go the same. Again, really hope that the profits figure something out and it clicks and off they go. But history means something, so I'm gonna go Boardman. Who by how much? How much did they beat them by last time? Boardman. 91-61. They beat him by 30.
Oh.
I'll go We'll go 20. We'll go 20.
Yeah, 20. Yeah.
I was gonna kind of get outrageous and make a bold prediction, but then Cam kind of broke down the matchups, and I was like, man, I don't know if I can justify that at all. Because man, that Boardman is a great defensive team. But you know what? It's let's have some fun. I got profits by 5. Let's go here. Braden Lasicki with 12 threes. Then you get John Vandegreen with 12 as well. That's game. Good game. See him
So
off.
if you're the Profits, you got nothing to lose. I honestly think I'm taking 63s. Like I'm stepping over and I'm chucking, and we're seeing how many threes we can get up in a game. Maybe
you
win
hit-
the first 2-3 minutes normal, but after that, I'd be tempted to just like that's like when you're coaching high school ball, when you're playing against a team that you have no business winning, right? It's about high variance you're aiming for. So you're going to press, and you're going to get as many shots and as many threes as you can in a game. Because depending on percentages that day, you have a chance of winning, right? And so that's what I would love to see. Just
Vandegreen and Lasecki 7-second offense. Three.
Get Conrad
And-
going. He had that one game.
Yeah, Conrad. I
going.
forgot.
They
Just
just gotta
sorry.
find the
Yeah,
hot
get
hand.
Conrad,
Conrad for
JVG,
sure.
and Braden all
Nate
going from
Moriera?
the 3-point line, and then get Nate just attacking the rim a whole bunch and kicking out to those guys.
Let's see
That'd be
it.
fun. That's a fun game.
You never know, guys. You never know.
Let's see it. Cool. Any closing thoughts before we shut her down for the night?
What, Cam? What do you want to say?
Nothing.
Nothing already.
Nothing. I don't have any closing thoughts. Just
Shout
good
out
to be
Evan,
back.
man. Shout out Evan
Shout out-
Mayo.
Shout out Evan
Yeah,
Mayo.
shout out Evan
you
Mayo
know,
for sure. I love that
Shout-
guy so much.
shout out Levi Friesen.
Yeah, shout
you
out
know.
Leaves. Lead the freezer. Shout out the
Who else
freezer.
should we shout out? You know,
Shout out Josh Crawford out in England. Big ups to the kid.
shout out
Love
Josh.
it.
Yeah, shout out Josh Crawford.
Josh.
Shout out Carson Barch. Miss you, bro. You know,
Hey,
Yeah,
I
Carson
was chatting
Marsh.
with Carson, so he's in Maui. He gets to surf every day. He's doing YWAM as well, but gets to surf every day. I'm curious when he comes back, when he comes to the league, because he's probably not playing much ball. But he's going to be vibing. So like, there's something to just coming in comfortable. So I'm curious what he comes back.
Oh, he's coming back.
I imagine so. I imagine.
I hope so. I love that. That's
You
awesome.
can't get MVP and then not return.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
if I ever win MVP of this league, I'm quitting the league right after, just to cement my mark.
Okay.
Just so you know.
We're playing the next 50 years. Sounds good.
So
Cam
if
gets
the
it at-
league doesn't
Cam
want me
gets
to
it at
come back, just vote
75.
me. If the league doesn't want me to come back, just vote me MVP this year, and we'll be done with
We
Okay.
want you back, Cam. You have to come back. You're a league staple.
Lifer. Awesome. All right, guys. Pleasure as always.
Always good, guys.
Have a great
Have a
night.
good one. See ya, see
it.
ya.
Ba-boom, ba-boom.